Today I'm going to compare two 80 millimeter refractor telescopes. This is a Skywatcher Startravel 80 millimeter focal length 400, and this is the Skywatcher Pro Series 80 millimeter focal length is 600 millimeters. This is f5, this is f7.6. Let's look at the catalog page for them first. This is the optical product guide of the OVL, Optical Vision Limited, the representative of a Skywatcher in the United Kingdom, and the Skywatcher products are sold by them, through them to many other outlets. This is a 2020 catalog. They're the same almost. This is a very old line of the production that they have. So this is the Startravel 80 3.1 inch 80 millimeter f5 Achromatic refractor, and it comes in two versions. This one is tabletop. This one comes on a alt-azimuth mount. You can get it also on the equatorial mount. I will use just a tabletop mount, not like this one. I will use from a different Skywatcher telescope, a tiny one for this. And now let's go for the other one. The best match for this Pro Series is not in the production line anymore, but this is the closest to it, DS Pro. Of course, this one that we have is a gold version, is around the year 2000 we are talking about, was manufactured. The latest models come with this. They're all having shot glass in them. That is a very good Apochromatic glass that they have. And it is a 3.1 inch 80 millimeter f7.5 ED glass. Focal length is 600 millimeter. It comes like as an optical tube assembly with two tube rings and a Vixen dovetail. You don't get a mount with this, but if you want, you can just use the mount that you have. In a way, it's hard to believe these two telescopes are both 80 millimeter refractors, 3.1 inch, but they are fast refractors. They're short tube compared to what was available, for example, in the 30-40 years ago from Japanese manufacturer, which were really long tube ones. The lens production, and since the Chinese have taken over the telescope making in the world, they have really improved. This is the lens cap of this, and the lens cap of the other one is quite smaller compared to that. You can see that, although both of them are 80 millimeter. I shine the flash into it. It shows a little bit of the dirt on it. Is not visible when you visually look at it. There is no effect due to that. This is the Apochromatic ED version of this 80 millimeter one, f.7, and this is the Startravel. Again, you can see the lens. This is objective lens of them. The price for this one is around, depending on how much you pay for it, where you get it, around 400-500 pounds. You can get it second hand cheaper. This is again probably around, depending if you get it with a mount or just optical tube assembly, anything between 150 to 250 pounds, depending on the retail price of the time. Almost half the price. This is almost half the price of this one. Both of them are available to the observers. As you can see, this is quite smaller when it comes to the size of the tube. And as such, it's easier and it needs a smaller or less capable mount to use it. For this comparison, I use two orthoscopic eyepieces. They're full Vixen 25 millimeter ortho, and again another 25 millimeter Vixen. And Vixen is the best eyepiece. It just shows the image as it is, no aberration, and image will be bright. Let's just use it. The only difference between these two in the optical path, other than the quality of the lens is that this is now is equipped with a 2-inch diagonal. This one is 1.25-inch diagonal. And look at the size and the comparison of the sizes. You can see that they're both 80 millimeter, 8 centimeter, 3.1 inch. You can see that this one is quite have a heft, and that is f7.1, and this is f5, quite a smaller, more compact. Okay, I'll put these two telescopes on the tabletop mounts that I have. The tabletop on the right is the one for Skywatcher Heritage, I think 100, and on the left is for Skywatcher Flextube130. So this can take the heavier telescope, and this can take the lighter telescope, and it's adequate for both of them. And let's just compare the view through the eyepieces. This is a 25mm Vixen orthoscopic eyepiece, and this is another Vixen 25mm orthoscopic eyepiece. So both of them using the same eyepiece. I will be looking at those flowers you see there. So I will try to pick up a few flowers that are actually easy to see and have the good color range. Probably any of these, or probably this one. We will see which one shows best. Okay, let's start with this Startravel 80 Achromatic telescope. This is a f5 refractor. And that was the view through this telescope with the 25mm orthoscopic eyepiece. And that was the view through this telescope, Skywatcher ED80 Pro Series. Okay, I must say visually the view is much more brighter than what you saw in the video. This is just a camera picking up like that. Visually it's much brighter. I'm going now to look at those yellow flowers with the white flowers on the hanging basket. First through the Startravel 80. Now we will try to the ED Pro Series 80mm. So you saw the view through these both telescopes, one Achromatic and the other one is a Apochromatic. They're both 80mm, and visually the image both was very bright. This had a magnification slightly bigger with the same eyepiece. It's because the focal length of this telescope is a bit longer. This had a wider field of view in that sense. if you use them for, you know, observing the star clusters and some of the brighter nebula and galaxies, both of them probably perform the same. I have used both of them to observe the comet ZDF. This was definitely good. This was a little bit narrower, but this, I prefer this one because it was smaller and easier to manage. The view on this is excellent for lunar and planetary. Through this is all right, but you have some chromatic aberration into that. You see false colors around the bright objects like moon, or but it's not that much that to bother you. You know, you can live with that. The image quality of this one is pure. It just render the colors loyal to what is originally perfect for terrestrial viewing if you want. And both of them I recommend. In the price range, there are different price range, there are different sizes for different, you know, customers, probably you can say, different budgets, you can say also. So which one I prefer? I use both of them. This one is the standard I use for comparing the eyepieces, so that's for me a benchmark. This one I use it just for general grab and go observation when I just don't want to carry something heavy.